G'day guys, Joel mate, Big J here. Welcome to another edition of Aussie Boxing Talk. And within the last, hour or so, Sam Goodman was defeated by WBA featherweight champion Nick Ball in a 12-round decision over there in Saudi. The main event just wrapped up with Moses Otama knocking out Dylan White in the first round, which was to be expected. But the cards, Sam Goodman was absolute bullshit. Was Sam robbed of the win? No. But the cards reflect that Sam was easily beaten when he wasn't. The cards were 117, 111, 118, 110, and 115 to 113, all in favour of Nick Ball to retain his WBA featherweight title. And I've got to say that is absolute, just the judges are just pissing all over the effort of Sam Goodman, because that fight was a hell of a lot closer than that. I even had it 115, 114, like a narrow win to Nick Ball. Yes, Nick Ball won the fight because I don't think that Sam did enough to win the fight. He let it go in the last two rounds. But it was an absolute, for an Australian fighter, or any fighter, to have their first world title fight outside, their first world title fight, their first out-of-country fight, and their first fight at a new division, because Sam never fought featherweight before. That was that performance was, pretty credible, pretty stellar, actually. To do that, which I can't remember the last time an Australian done that, like George Kambosos just recently, against Richard Hitchens, and he got knocked out in the 8th round, where Sam Goodman went the distance with Nick Ball and made it the fight. It was a competitive fight all the way up until the final bell. So, could you argue Sam win? No, a draw at best. I don't like Sam. Sam was a challenger and didn't do enough to beat the champion. So, by no means do I think Sam won the fight, but it was a hell of a lot closer. Excuse me. Than 117, 111, and 118, 110. And the problem with these scorecards is that people are going to look at the record and go, oh, well, Nick Ball blasted Sam Goodman out of there. Okay, yeah, whatever. Because people won't even look at the fight. They'll look at the tape. They'll look at the judges. They'll look at the end result and go, oh, Nick Ball won easily. We'll move on. So, while Sam Goodman's stock will rise from this, it also puts him in a bit of a difficult position, because now what does No Limit do with him? He's had his one title shot and he's faltered. I mean, it's not like he was blasted out of there. It's not like he was knocked out like Liam Wilson or Shannon O'Connor or, Tim Tszyu. He made a very good account of himself. The fight was competitive. It was easily the best performance by an Australian in the world title fight, losing world title fight, even winning. I mean, as I said, the bloody bums that Jai Patai's been fighting is just a joke, right? I mean, we know the cruiserweight division's piss weak at best, but Sam Goodman put on a better performance in a losing fight than what George Kambosos, Tim Tszyu, and Jai Patai have done all year. So I'd say that was a very, very good fight for Sam. His stock will rise, but the problem is that people look at those scorecards and go, oh, Nick Ball dealt with him easily. What would warrant him another opportunity? Because he's not going to get a rematch. That's not going to happen. Why would Nick Ball want to fight him again? He beat him. And according to the judges' scorecards, beat him easily. So why would he give him a rematch? That ain't going to happen. And as I said on T Street's video, T Street said that hopefully No Limit does not put him behind a $70 paywall and get him fighting nobodies every time he fights, because that'll just kill him off. So it'll be interesting to see what Sam Goodman does from here. He needs to fight again at the end, before the end of the year. I mean, he wasn't hurt in that fight. He wasn't cut up. It's disappointing that he didn't get the Inoue fight, because Inoue would have destroyed him, but he would have got a lot bigger payday. Whatever payday he got for this fight, he probably would have got double, if not triple, if he fought Inoue. So, yeah, while I hope Sam is not one of those fighters that is an Australian, I mean, I think he'll get another world opportunity, because No Limit are extremely good at getting their fighters world title fights. I mean, look at Liam Wilson. I mean, he's had 2 losing fights. And it was close. So it was close. It was a close fight, and I just think that the judges have not done Sam Goodman any justice at all. So where does he go through from here? I think, as I said, he needs to fight again before the end of the year. I mean, it's mid-August now, so he's got 4.5 months to fight again. I think he should fight on the December card that No Limit would make. And it's disappointing, well, not disappointing. Why I didn't think Sam Goodman won the fight. The judges' scorecards totally piss all over the effort that he put in. Totally pisses all over it. Because, you know, it seems like Nick Bull blasted him out of there, and he didn't. Nick Bull struggled with him. So it's very disappointing to see that, you know, a fighter... I mean, I didn't think Sam would win. I was quietly confident. I thought he might have pulled off the upset. And me and Tishri said if he weathered the storm of the first four or five rounds, he would have made a good account of himself, which he did. I mean, so, you know, I mean, Nick Bull, I mean, for a 5'2" fighter, Nick Bull fights extremely well because he's so tiny. He's 3-4 inches smaller than these guys. So, and he's stocky. I really think that Nick Bull's height was an advantage to Sam, because if Nick Bull was taller, he probably would have got knocked out. Because Sam could, you know, step back that half an inch and, you know, make Nick Bull swing and miss. But if he was a taller man, I don't think the fight would have went completely different. So, I mean, a very, very good effort by Sam Goodman. He has proved that he is at that world level, because to take a champion the distance where he hasn't been the distance, I think, since he won the belt, is extremely good. It was a win for Nick Bull, but it wasn't it's not like Nick Bull blasted Sam out of there. I mean, the scorecards will say that he did, but in reality, he didn't. And yeah, like, Sam will live to fight another day. It's going to be interesting because there's so many champions at featherweight at the moment. I dare say he'll get another opportunity, and very, very short and very, very soon. So Sam Goodman should be extremely happy with himself. I mean, you could tell after the cards were written he wasn't happy, nor should he be. Because not only did he lose, he got screwed out of... Yeah, they basically screwed him out of the decent performance he put on, and saying that he was easily beaten, which he wasn't. So that's a bit of a shame. Sam was not given the justice he was due. But, you know, he moves on to live a fight a day. He's only 26, I think. He'll live to fight another day and move on. And that's really it for this video, guys. I mean, I've run out of things to say. I mean, you know, it was a good performance by Sam. He will live to fight another day. I hope he does get another title shot within the next 12 months. I hope that he fights again before the end of the year to keep that momentum. And he needs to fight overseas. He can't fight in Australia anymore because there's just no competition. Unless he's going to fight a big name in the featherweight division, he shouldn't fight, you know, because No Limit putting behind him and Nikita Tszyu behind these $70 paywalls for club shows, people just aren't going to fight him. So, you know, people just aren't going to fight him. Aren't going to pay. People just aren't going to buy him. Sorry, not fight him. People just aren't going to buy him. So I hope that No Limit comes up with a plan B for this, because, you know, No Limit really needed Sam Goodman to win so they could actually replace Tim Tszyu as their number one guy while Tim Tszyu takes a year off, and hopefully Tim Tszyu does take a year off because he won't be back for a year. So No Limit really doesn't have anyone at the world title level to become the face of their company. So No Limit will be sitting back going, oh, we really needed him to win, but he hasn't won. It's like, well, now what do we do? Obviously, they'll start cramming Nikita down our throats. So, yeah, but that's it for me, guys. Nice, short, sharp one today. As always, tackle the bull, wrestle, croc, harden yourselves the fuck up. Like, share, and subscribe. Watch me videos on T Street, and we'll talk to you another day soon.